Good morning, Dominic Steele, Daily Bible Time, a super early Tuesday morning. I'll be at the International Convention Centre at 6:30am this morning for the Sydney Prayer Breakfast. They didn't have one really properly last year, and so it's going to be great to gather with a big group of people to pray today. And for Daily Bible Time this Tuesday morning, we're in Galatians Chapter 5, verse 14. Yesterday, we were looking at verse 13. For you were called to be free, brothers and sisters, only don't use this freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but serve one another through love. Now today, verse 14, the whole law is fulfilled in one statement: love your neighbour as yourself. And just thinking back about the end of verse 13, John Stott said, we don't have freedom to ignore, to neglect or abuse other people. Rather, we are to love them, to serve them. And Stott says it is a remarkable paradox where we are free in relationship to God, but we're to serve one another. This is the meaning of love. If we love one another, we shall serve one another. We won't be biting and devouring one another in malicious talk. That's the next verse, verse 15. So verse 14, that's our focus for today. The whole law is fulfilled in one statement: love your neighbour as yourself. If we love one another, we will fulfill the law. Now, when Paul says that, he's probably meaning that the content of the whole law can be summed up in the great words of Leviticus 19:18, commanding love to one's neighbour. Cole notes this is commonplace in Jewish theology. Here is the verse, Leviticus 19:18, do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbour as yourself. I am the Lord. Now, Cole goes on. Paul wants to show that Christian love is actually the practical carrying out of the law. Let me just give it to you as John Stott puts it. He says, if we love one another as well as God, we shall find out that we do obey his law, because the whole law of God, at least the second table of the law, touching on our duty to our neighbour, is fulfilled in this one point. You love your neighbour as yourself, and murder, adultery, stealing, covetousness and false witnesses, they're all sub-points, infringements of this law of love. Paul says the same kind of thing in Galatians 6:2. He says, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Thanks so much for being with us on Daily Bible Time today. See you tomorrow, Wednesday morning.